Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here for the next installment of building the December daily junk journal. Here we are in January. We're behind, or I'm behind, me and my mouse in my pocket. We're behind and we are doing our December daily in January because I do want to get it done. So this year I chose to enjoy the holidays. I saved my took pictures and saved my ephemera, and so here we are. I have the signatures are, whoops, got so much stuff piled up here. The signatures are ready, and so I'm ready to bind them into the book. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and make our template. So I've already gone ahead and used my graph paper to cut out a template that is 3.5 by, what is it? 3.5 by 9.25, and that is the size of my spine. So this is a spine that I made. I started with a regular book, and then I added a spine. I wanted a thicker spine because I knew that with 25 pages and adding pictures and adding stuff that it was going to be kind of chunky, and I wanted to have that much room. I'll probably end up like that. Okay, so I've cut my template to fit the size of my spine. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to fold my template in half. Okay. And find my middle. And hooray, my middle actually landed on a line. Yay! Doesn't always happen. So that is going to be my middle. Okay, and I'm going to do, then next I'm going to come down and I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half this way. And of course, this one did not end up on a line, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to come back and I'm going to mark the top of my template. Okay, it doesn't matter as much this particular time, but sometimes when I make my templates, I'm trying to negotiate like where the tassel is going to go or something. So I may end up starting at lower or starting at higher. And so I always try to remember to mark the top even when I'm not doing it that way. So this particular time I am going to start right in the middle. I'm going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and I have already decided, and I'm just going to make my start is going to go just below because it's just barely at the line. And unless somebody comes and measures from the top and from the bottom, they're not going to know. Okay, so I am going to count up 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to mark that. Okay, and I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to mark that. I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so those are where my 5 lines are. And the reason that I like to use a 5-hole pamphlet stitch is because I like to use some of the smaller papers, and you want them to get caught by at least 2 of your stitches. So I feel pretty confident that we'll probably be okay with that. I think I have one that is really going to be kind of close, but it could end up here, but we'll just try and make it go up a little. Okay, so now to, on this particular one, I want to go ahead and come out, see, 4, 5, 4.5. Okay, so we're coming out 4.5, and we're going to go 4.5 on this side. And then you'll see that's where our stitch is going to be. So we're going to be really glad that we have put something kind of pretty on the inside here. So we're going to come in and 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, and over 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is where our holes on our spine are going to go. And just so that we don't have any problems, I'm going to go ahead and paper clip my template to my spine. Okay. Okay, and you want to make sure that you're centered, if you can. Okay, so there you go. So paper clips are your friend. So I like how this is laying down flat at this time, so that's pretty cool. Okay, let's make sure that we are straight. Because at this time, I'm not planning on doing a hidden, I'm not planning on hiding the stitches, because it is my book. It's like, that's just going to take more time. I just want to get it done. Okay, but I want it to be nice. I want to be able to look back and be proud of it. So I have my awl, and I'm just going to go ahead and take it, and you know what? Where's my book? Is gone. My book is gone. Oh, well. I happen to have this stack of these. I got them in a grab bag last year. I got a lot of them, like 7 of them or something. So we'll use that. It'll be fine. Okay. So I have to do things a little bit different because I can't push with my thumb. So, there. So want to go through, and it's because of the glue. Okay, so there's material. 2 different places have glue, plus the boxes that I put together have a layer of glue. So you have 3 layers of glue that you're going through here. So, I don't mind that my holes are bigger, especially on my personal ones, and because I'm going to be using that gold metallic thread again that is harder to put through. I probably won't use it on journals that I make for sale anymore or other videos. If I'm just binding it, it's okay because I can, but it seems like when I'm on film, it tangles. It gets caught within itself. And okay, so I'm just putting a hole everywhere I put a pin mark. And So I already have my needles threaded. I have 3 needles threaded. So one for each signature to save time. And I have already attached a paper clip to the end of each of the threads. And I do that so that when I am working on the binding, it doesn't pull through and mess everything up. It's okay. I did do that, and I fixed it, and you're able to watch that on the 1800s Ladies Junk Journal, start to done. The binding one, I think that was like number 10, number 9, number 10, number 11, somewhere in there. The binding video, it did come through. So, you can see what I did to fix it. So if it ever happens to you, you'll know what to do to fix it. Those videos are in real time, just like these are. Not editing them, not, you know, you get to see the good, the bad, and the really ugly. Okay, so there we have the holes, and I check it, I make sure I can look at the light and I can see through it, and then I can take this off. Okay. So I'm going to use the same template to put the holes in my signatures as well. So I can put this aside. I have all 15 holes are in it, and I'm going to start with the front signature. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I go through and make sure that all the little items are where I want them. Okay, so, and that all the pages are lined up the best I can. Okay. Okay, remember that we have the popcorn in this one. Oh, dang it. The popcorn is in this one, so that's going to be a hard one to go through. I think I want it to come down a little bit. Like that. So you want it, I actually like to actually pay attention to where my pages are going to fall or be in my book. Now this page, this acetate page, is not as big as the other page. So I want to see if I can get it to come down to the bottom. There we go. Okay. Now if you're just doing, if all of them are going to be straight at the bottom, you can go ahead and tap it on the bottom. But this situation, I don't want all mine on the bottom. Okay, so, but what I do want is, I'm going to go ahead, I folded this in half. I'm going to put it down in the center here. And then I'm going to take, oh, where'd my metal one go? Oh, well. I'm going to take a ruler, and I'm going to take it and push it down. Then I'm going to make sure. Now the thing is, remember, our spine is a little bit bigger than our book. So you want to, or I go ahead and find the bottom or find the top. You want it to be even with one or the other. I'm going to do the bottom, just, I don't know. Okay, where do I have more? I'm going to do even at the bottom, just because it gets hit down here. And the reason I do this is I want all my stitches to be even across. So if my template is even in the bottom here, then when I put it in the book, all three of them, as long as I've put them even at the bottom, they're all going to be even at the bottom, hopefully. Okay, so our next step is to use our paper clips and put them in, and carefully, because things might want to move around like that. Okay, and then you can also use your fingers to move the pages down. Okay. Okay. And next paper clip. Over here. Next paper clip. So this one has acetate and the popcorn and washi tape that we're going to be going through. Maybe 2 washies. I can't remember if there's 1 or 2 in this one. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm good and good and centered and down to the bottom. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to go ahead and take the awl and go through the book. And then just like we did with the spine, we're going to go ahead and make a hole. Okay? Just like we did with the spine. We'll come down here, go through, make a hole. Come down here. Go through. Go through. It went through. Make a hole. Pull it out. And come up here. Put it through. Make the hole. Pull it out. Here. Put it through. Make the hole. Make sure I can see the light. Barely. Okay. This one has no light. Okay. Okay, now take the template off. Okay, you don't want to sew your template into, and you're going to, take the template off, but you leave the paper clips on, Jules. Okay, let's put the paper clips back on. We can do that. I did it better in the 1800s one. I remembered to move the paper clips, not. Okay. Whoop. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Okay. Now on my book, the front of the book has the keyhole. Want to make sure my trees are pointing up. I'm going to come over and lay this down, and we'll grab a needle and And see, I've tied the paper clip. And I'm going to start in the middle hole. I'm going to put the needle through. Okay. Oh, I've taken, this is the metallic crochet thread, and I have measured my book, and this time I did 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And I have cut 3 of those. 1 for each signature. And then I've threaded the needle, and I have attached the paper clip to the bottom. Okay, so we've gone through the book, the signature. Now we need to find the middle hole right here, the first signature, and we're going to go through. Now we're going to come up and find the second hole, come through, okay, come over, come through the book hole, okay. My thumb is no help. There we go. Oh, good. It actually did come through the hole. Okay, and we're going to pull this. We're leaving about 4 or 5 inches in the of string in the spine, and the reason we're doing that is to be able, when we get to the point where we're needing to pull it and to tighten it up, we need to have the room to make sure we're tightening in the right spots. Okay, so now we're going to the top hole. Okay, so you saw we're just going, threading it up. Now we're going to come back and come, let's see, we need to be a little bit in a little bit more. We're going to bring this down to about 1.5 inches. Okay, so there. Let's see, I'm just tightening it a little. Okay, carefully, because you don't want to overpower your string. Okay, now I'm going to come back through the second hole. So you've got it like this, and now we're coming back through the second hole. And the thing you want to be careful with the metallic string is that you're not catching it on each other. Okay, so I can go ahead and tighten this up top a little bit. Okay, we're going back through the book, the second hole of the book. Nope, totally missed the hole. Okay, so we need the root. We need the. So your space needs to be at least as big as your needle to be able to get through the hole correctly. That's what I just learned. Okay. Okay, now we should be able to. I've never had this happen before. Wonder if it's because of the acetate on the back. I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Look at there. It's a good thing we had it on a paper clip. Okay, now we're just going to go do the same thing going down towards the bottom. So we're going back out through the middle hole. Out through the middle hole. Out through the book cover. In through the book cover. The fourth hole. There we go. That's in through the fourth hole. Out through the fifth. You want to keep your needle straight. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Then we're going to come back through the one, two, three, four. Cannot see the hole, so I'm gonna make sure that we go through and make it seeable. Okay, come back down. There it is. See what a difference when you can see it. Okay. First one. Okay, we're going to come through here, come up, Yeah, this acetate really is throwing things off. So be prepared if you do something like acetate. Okay, let's go straight. Huh. Sorry. This is why people edit their videos. Okay. Okay, so now I have all of the holes are done. You can see we still have some area down here. So we're going to start by pulling, or I'm going to start by pulling this one up, and I'm going to come around there. Okay. Now we want to pull the strings tight. So I'm going to come out here. I'm going to pull this one up. Okay, let's start with the top one. Okay. I know I need to get some more of this string out to be able to tie it. So I'm going to, it's this one, right? Oh, it's stuck on a piece of the metal thread. There we go. Okay. Give up. I'm going to the bottom. Okay, we don't need this needle here anymore. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so the bottom one here is tight. Okay. I'm going to go to this one. Pull it down. Perfect. I'm going to come to this one. Pull it up. This is where we're having trouble because of this metal piece. I hate doing this, but I have to release some of that pressure there from that metal piece. Okay, so the next piece is this piece that's coming up. Carefully pulling it through. Okay. Now we're going to go to this one and pull it through. Okay, checking in the binding area how we're doing here. And now we're going to pull this top one. We're going to pull it tight. Okay. See how we are. Then we're going to come and pull this one. Okay. So how do we look? How do we look? How do we look? Okay. And we're going to pull this one. And we have the bunch up of the gold. Okay, so we have, this all looks good. This one right here is a little bit loose somewhere. So, I should have left the needle on because it makes it easier to do this part, but it's all good. We can just go up, thread this under. We're going to come back and check this one. Go. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so then we're just going to go ahead and tie this. And we'll double knot it. Probably should have taken the paper clip off first. And there we go. So there we go, and then we can go ahead and take those off and check it out. We have our first signature in our journal. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is our first signature. And it is bound in. Now, like I said, this is a bigger signature than I would normally want to put in something like this, but I am desperately in a hurry. So, there we go. So now, on to, I'm going to go ahead and paper clip this one down, just because it's going to drive me crazy if we don't. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I will come back after we've done the other ones. So stay tuned. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I mean, it did work out. We did get, the signature is in. Yay! Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe and have an amazing day. Bye!